Okay, here we have two equations we need to solve. Since there are equal signs here, these are equations, right? And we need to find x. Let's start with letter A. So on the first one here, we have x's on that we need to join together, and we have the constants here. So let's simplify the left-hand side first. So here we have an x term, another x term, and then over here we have constants and another constant. So the first thing I'm going to do is just write them out next to each other like this. So negative 4x plus 6x plus 3. I'm just going to put them next to each other. Plus 3 minus 10 equals 23. So I really didn't do anything. I just rearranged them so that they're together. So here I have the x terms together, and now I'm going to underline the constant terms together, and I can simplify these. So next step, I'm just going to simplify. Negative 4x plus 6x, that's 2x. And then I have 3 minus 10, that's minus 7, equals 23. Okay, so I'm going to just align my equal signs. I like to have them in a row like this. So positive 3 minus 10, that's minus 7, or negative 7. And now, what do I do to both sides? Well, I can add 7 to both sides. I'm going to add 7 to both sides of the equation. And when I do that, I'll get an even simpler equation. So when I add them up, what do I get? Negative 7 plus 7, well, that's 0. So I just have 2x left on this side, and on this side I'm gonna have 23 plus 7, well, that's 30. So I have 2x plus 30. There you go. And now 2 times a number is 30. Well, we know the answer is 15. Now, how do we get 15? What do we do to both sides? Well, we just divide both sides. You always divide both sides by the number next to the x. So here I'm going to divide both sides by 2. I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So put a 2 here and a 2 here. I'm dividing both sides by 2. And 2 divided by 2, that's 1x. So that's what you want. 1x. X equals 15. And there's your answer. X is 15 is the final answer for that one. Now what you can do is take the 15 and plug it back into here where the x is, and see if it does equal 23. So negative 4 times 15 plus 3 plus 6 times 15 minus 10, it should give you 23. I'll leave you to try that. Let's try the next one. So the next one here, you notice that you have a number next to a bracket. So this is going to be the distributive property. I'm going to multiply everything in the bracket by 7. And this side, I won't do anything to that yet, so I'll just leave it like that. 3y plus 10 equals 7y minus 14. Okay, so I multiply everything by 7, and now I notice that I have y's on both sides. Well, that doesn't matter. So let's ask ourselves, what do I do to both sides? Well, let's put the y's on this side and the numbers on this side. So to get rid of this plus 10, I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. So I'm going to subtract 10 from here and subtract 10 from here. Okay, and the 10 is subtracted from the constant 10, the number. And now this will get rid of the 10 on this side. Now this 7, I can get rid of the 7y by subtracting 7y on both sides. So I can do this. I can do that. I'll do this minus 7y on this side, minus 7y on this side. Now do the same thing on this side. You always have to do the same thing on both sides. Now let's add all that up. We add it all up. And what do we get? 3y minus 7y is minus 4y. Is minus 4y. Minus 4y here equals, there's an equal sign. Well, 10 minus 10 is 0. There's nothing left there. Positive 7 minus 7, that's 0. And here in minus 14 minus 10, that's minus 24. Minus 24. So take away 7 from here, take away 7 from here, that's minus 4. Take away 10 from here, take away 10 from there, and minus 24. And now I ask myself, what do I do to both sides? I can divide by the number next to the y. And what number do I have next to the y? It's a negative 4. So I'll divide both sides by negative 4. Divide this side by negative 4. Divide this side by negative 4. And my final answer is going to be negative 4 divided by negative 4 is just y. 1y equals 24 divided by 4. Negative divided by negative is positive. It's 6. So y equals 6. I can put that back in here and see if it works. 3 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18. 18 plus 10, that's 28. So I get a 28 on this side. When I plug it back in, I get 28. What do I get over here? 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 times 7 is also 28. It's also 28. So the answer is correct.